Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be showing you how I prepare Bimini's stuffed lobster. Now, a lot of different Bahamians have their own way of doing stuffed lobster, but I'm gonna be biased here and be like, Bimini's way is the best and the only way, period. But yeah, so I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you try it. And try it this way and not the other way, like you doing stuffing for a chicken with your breadcrumbs and all them other stuff, because that's not stuffed lobster. Okay, so I hope you enjoy it, and like, subscribe, and share. All right, so now we're just going to boil our lobster so we can pick it. We have our pot. There's about a cup of water in it, and we have our 4 large lobsters. This is about 4 pounds of lobster. And we're just gonna put this on high and let this boil. Now, as you can see, a lot of the water is boiled out. If you need to add additional water, do so, but you don't wanna boil this in a lot of water. So now that we've drained them, we've rinsed them, let them cool down. I didn't let them cool and they're really hot, but I got cook hands, so yeah. So we're gonna take a kitchen shears and we're gonna cut right down the middle. Be very careful with this because you will get stick if you don't know how to deal with lobster. Use gloves. After we cut the middle, we want to crack it open, and like I say, wait till it's cool because this was still extremely hot. We're gonna split the front and split the back side of the lobster because we want the shells to be split in half so we can serve more. But take your shears and you cut right down the middle, and then the meat is just gonna plop right out. You wanna make sure and look for the digestive tract. That's where all the poop is. You do not want that in your lobster meat. So here it is. Make sure to pick that out or you will be eating shit. You don't want that. All right. So our ingredients for our stuffed lobster, of course, are shredded lobster. We'll be using yellow and white cheese, cheddar. We got our onions and bell pepper, half of a large bell pepper and 1 small onion. Cream of mushroom soup. We will be needing 2 cans for this recipe, and butter. So in your saucepan, you want to add 2 tablespoons of butter. Then you want to add your onions and your bell pepper. Let that cook, for about 2 to 3 minutes or until it's softened. The onions are see-through. After this, we are going to add 1 can of the cream of mushroom soup. You don't want to add the 2 cans in at once because we want to eyeball this. So 1 can, we let that mix up. And now that it's simmering, we are going to add all of our lobster. Isn't this beautiful? Like, look how nicely this lobster is shredded up. Just want to shout out to my sister. I love you, Pinky. She shredded these up so good. My sister does the best job with picking the lobster. She's amazing. So after we folded the lobster into the cream of mushroom soup, we want to add our cheese. Oh, and we did add the 2nd can of cream of mushroom soup after all of the lobster. So yeah. So fold the cheese in, and you want to mix this really well. I did add a little bit of salt, but you want to be very careful with seasoning this because cheese is already kind of salty. So do not over season this. So mix this up. This is the texture you want. It's not a soup, so it doesn't need to be too loose, and it doesn't need to be too dry. This is exactly how you want your stuffed lobster to look. Okay? Exactly. So these are the lobster shells that were in half. So all we're doing is spooning the mixture into the lobster shells. Now, my mom normally wraps the shells in foil, but I'm not going through all that because when it's time to warm this up the next day, you have to take the foil off, and that's like too much work because these are so delicious. You don't want to waste any time, okay? Okay. But yeah, so we're gonna take the mixture, put them in the shell. I'm gonna put it in all these shells. Then we're gonna top it with cheese and then put it in the baker until the cheese is melted and turned brown. But stay tuned. So we are just topping all of the lobster with the cheese. For the lobster that was left over, we're just gonna put in like cupcake tins and use the little foil piece from this. and top of the cheese, and then they will all go in the baker. So yeah. Now you want to let these bake for about 15 to 20 minutes or until they have been golden brown. I do apologize for this photo, but I missed and delete the photo of the after product, but yeah, you kind of get the drill. This is how it's supposed to look. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next delicious meal.